Do you have horses grazing pastures that include a high percentage of Setaria? If so, keep watching because I'm going to share with you why Setaria is really unsafe for horses to graze and what you can do to help your horse avoid developing bighead when they eat this grass. Hi, I'm Shannon Godwin from Ag Solutions, and Setaria grasses contain high levels of a compound known as oxalate. And what happens is the oxalate can attach to calcium. Now this could be calcium from the plant or from other dietary sources, and it becomes calcium oxalate. Now the horse can't use this calcium oxalate, and eventually a significant calcium deficiency will occur, resulting in the horse developing bighead. When there isn't sufficient calcium being absorbed from the horse's diet, the horse will end up taking calcium from their bones to maintain their blood calcium levels, which has to be kept at a very specific level at all times. Often the first sign that bighead is an issue is when a horse breaks its leg due to their bones being brittle and weak from the excessive mobilization of bone mineral. So what this means is that if you do have horses grazing Setaria, you need to carefully manage them and provide extra dietary calcium to keep the calcium to oxalate ratio above 0.5 parts calcium to 1 part oxalate. It is well known that horses can develop bighead when they are grazing buffel and kikuyu pastures, and these grasses contain oxalate levels around 15 grams per kilo of dry matter. But Setaria is a lot more dangerous, with a level of risk depending on the type of Setaria, and Kazungala is the worst. Now the oxalate content in Setaria varieties can range from 30 to 80 grams per kilo of dry matter. And to quote Dr. Nerida Richards from her talk on bighead during our equine nutrition seminar back in 2017, she said that Setaria should really be classified as toxic for horses, as it requires a huge amount of extra calcium to balance the ratio and prevent the development of bighead. There also seems to be a bit of an old wives' tale going around that if you mow or slash Setaria, that it makes it safer. However, numerous researchers have found that oxalate content is at its highest in leaf tissue, followed by stem tissue, and oxalate levels are also found to be highest in early summer. So when you constantly slash the grass, you're keeping it at the fresh growth stage and therefore at the level with the highest amount of oxalate. So if you do have horses grazing Setaria, you need to be very mindful that you provide them with enough calcium to balance the calcium to oxalate ratio, and they usually require about 3 times more supplemental calcium compared to what you would give a horse grazing other high oxalate species. Don't forget that horses grazing high oxalate pastures will also require extra phosphorus, because in the process of removing calcium from the bones, which is an action controlled by the parathyroid gland, phosphorus is also released and excreted by the animal. Other management strategies that can help reduce the risk of calcium deficiency are things like providing horses with an alternate forage source, such as lucerne hay. And I find lucerne particularly valuable due to its high calcium content. Also shifting horses to low oxalate pastures. And finally, when giving your horse its supplement, keep it off oxalate grasses for about an hour afterwards if possible, to allow the horse time to absorb the calcium without further interference by oxalate. Megamin Bone Defender has been formulated as a top-up supplement, and it provides extra calcium, phosphorus, magnesium and vitamin D to assist in maintaining or balancing the calcium to oxalate ratio for horses grazing subtropical pastures. Bone Defender comes with a very detailed feeding guide that factors in the horse's requirements for calcium in relation to its weight, workload, reproductive status and age. And this guide also considers the extra calcium required to balance the extremely high levels of oxalate found in Setaria species. Remember that all other mineral requirements will also need to be met to help maintain overall health and bone strength. which is why Bone Defender is recommended to be used in conjunction with Megamin Equine Enhancer or as part of a balanced diet. Ag Solutions can assist horse owners in ensuring that their animals are receiving a well-balanced diet by offering Megamin Equine Supplement customers a free feed review, analysis and discussion to help fine-tune their horses' diets. For more information on Megamin Equine Supplements, visit our website agsolutions.com.au, follow our Ag Solutions Australia Facebook page and other social media platforms, or you can give us a call on 1800 81 57 57. And don't forget to ask for Megamin Bone Defender and Megamin Equine Enhancer at your preferred store. Megamin Equine Supplements, you will see the difference.